Hello fellow freaks, geeks, and normies. Welcome to the first in my new series, the 100% Pilgrimage. In this series, I'll be going over games that I have personally achieved all achievements in. This also includes any post-launch achievements added via DLC or other means. I'll be using this as a review of the game too, so I will be going over the basic things like story, music, gameplay, playability, replayability, and blah blah blah, you get it. At the end of that section, I will give my rating of 1 to 10 stars to the game itself. But the main heart of this video will focus on the experience in unlocking all achievements in the game. In that portion of the video, I'll go over the broad outline of the achievements and go over my top 3 favorite achievement names, favorite achievements to earn, and what I feel like the most difficult achievements were to earn. To tie it up in a nice little bow because everyone needs closure or whatever, I will give a rating of 1 to 10 stars to the achievement list and the difficulty of the achievements, 1 being very easy and 10 being very difficult. Then, to truly cap it off, I will give my recommendation on if you should make the pilgrimage yourself. Before we get into it, please remember to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. It really does help a small channel like this grow. And here we go. As you may have guessed because of what's on the screen, I'll be going over the not-so-hidden gem of last year, Hi-Fi Rush. It is 1 year after this game released late January of last year, and almost 1 year since I initially played it. It has been a game that I reference and think about from time to time, so I thought it might be appropriate to revisit it and 100% it just in time for this 1 year anniversary. I absolutely adore this game. If you haven't played it already, then do yourself a favor and at least add it to your backlog and think about playing it soon. Hell, even go one step further and download it and just hover around that play button. I only hope one day you take the big step to press play. I believe in you. Now I'm going to get into the game. If you are just interested in hearing about my achievement hunting, then please skip to this time in the video. So, let's get started with the story. Hi-Fi Rush starts with our charismatic main character, Chai, and for an undisclosed reason, he has an unusable right arm. This leads him to volunteer for Vandalay Technologies' very promising, highly trusted, and highly experimental cybernetic surgery called Project Armstrong. Prepping for surgery, Chai gets almost full-on naked and goes into surgery removing most clothes and all of his belongings, including his music player. He's now prepped for surgery, which is effectively shown as him getting stamped, much like you would see happen in an assembly line, and after the Vandalay president, Kale, finds Chai's music player in a bucket of belongings, he tosses it in frustration as his recruitment team was bringing in trash candidates like Chai, and the music player drops onto Chai's chest and it gets stamped in. From there, we start the game with Chai waking up from surgery, and now he has a brand spanking new magnetic mechanical arm. But it's not for rock. Well, maybe rock. Picking up rocks. It's a garbage collection thing. As he's leaving Vandalay Technologies, he gets stopped by some robots to give him his new job as a garbage man. But instead, they find that he's defective due to his music player being stamped into his heart. Chai then gets one big hit to the chest, which starts not only his newly found metronomic heart, but also this beauty of a game. Now, his arm isn't just for picking up rocks, it's for making rock. Yeah, I'm funny. From there, the game continues on a somewhat predictable path in which we make new friends, including the most dopest video game cat named 808 and her owner Peppermint. We endure trials and tribulations and eventually hope to save the world from what could have been mind-controlled victims from that, experimental but highly trusted surgery that is Project Armstrong. What really invests you in the story are the characters. Chai can be corny as all hell, but it's just funny, man. I don't tend to laugh very much, but the presentation of the game and the voice acting for whatever reason makes me drop my defenses and invites me to just have a good time with it. We can all imagine the scene where someone's talking trash about somebody else with their friends at school, and the person they're talking trash about slowly walks up behind them, and the friend's eyes slowly track up over that person's shoulder, and in fear you hear them say, "They're behind me, aren't they?"
That pencil-pushing scazwag! Why, if she were here, Oh, is she behind me?
No, I'm in front of you.
That has no reason to be funny, at all. And there are instances where jokes are that obvious, but the voice actor's delivery and timing are so good that you just can't help but let out a chuckle. Much like that Bender clip. Anyway, aside from that, the story seems like pretty standard stuff, but that's not the main draw of the game. In fact, it is very predictable and very digestible, and I think it's like that for a reason. And that's the gameplay. Being a musician by trade, I immediately gravitated toward this game. I mean, come on, I grew up on games like Rock Band and Guitar Hero. And yeah, I can play everything on Expert. Wait, that's not good enough for you? Are you thinking that's not old enough? Well, what about Beat Mania and Dance Dance Revolution? Oh, still not old enough to give you my qualifications as a rhythm game enthusiast? Well, how about the earliest rhythm game according to Guinness World Records, Parappa the rapper. Yeah, I played that shit on PSX and I beat it when I wasn't even in double digits. How? Because I believed. And if there's one thing I learned, it's that I gotta believe.
You gotta do what?
I gotta believe.
Whatever, I had like no health on that one anyway. Dude, I swear to God, this goddamn bird. Give me the health, it's right there. I'm so bad at this game. I hate this. Me, dude. Me, man, get out of the way. Like, what the dude? Thank the Lord Jesu Christo. That was 42 times, 99 minutes. I spent over an hour and a half. They don't even have enough time in this thing to... I spent over 2 hours on that. Yeah, unfortunately, I believed a little too hard. Just kidding. Kinda. That was my first time going through the game on Rhythm Master, which I'll get to later because that. The gameplay is simple enough. The game is broken down into 3 major parts. 1 is traversal / exploration. 2 is stage battles, which they call a chorus, at which at the end of each one you are graded on score, rhythmic accuracy, and time to complete. The 3rd part are the boss battles, which I hope I don't have to explain what that is. You have a light and heavy attack, a jump, dash, parry, magnetic pull, and an assist call-in. You can do any of these actions at any point and even be asked to call in an assist to help you progress in the game. But the substance of the game is in the combat. The core of the combat loop is to combine light and heavies for different combos and even add a dash attack to help start a combo or dual launcher and magnetic pull for an aerial rave or whatever they call it. You can do this out of time if you'd like and mash and you'll do perfectly fine still. That is on normal and easy. But do note that if you see 8th notes popping up next to Chai as you're attacking, that means you are perfectly on beat, netting additional damage. A standard combo can be 5 to 9 beats or can be extended for more points, which is crucial for ensuring good grades on your chorus. Lights take 1 beat and heavies take 2, so usually any combination of those will create a combo, and at the end of each combo you have a finisher called a beat hit, in which you can press a light or heavy attack to finish the combo strong. You don't have to get too fancy with anything, and honestly you can get through the game with like a staple 2 combos, but I will say some look cooler than others, so definitely explore in your first playthrough. Things change when you get into achievement hunting, and I'll get to that later. The response feels tight and clean, and rarely do I ever feel that it has a delayed input. If you are not rhythmically inclined though, then it might feel a little awkward because it does cater to those who play in time, as it should. For example, if you spam your dash button, you will end up going slower than if you were to do 3 dashes in a row in time, and that's because it'll read the first dash, which takes a certain amount of frames, and if you attempt to dash before that, it'll read as an early input. So if the tempo is 1, 2, 3, 4, and you dash on 1, and you've lost your chance to dash on 2. So you have to wait for count 3 to attempt dashing again. Same goes for attacking, but the light attack has less frames, so you can more or less mash and there's no real consequence other than you might feel out of it when you're trying to complete the combo with a beat hit. But what's the point of playing to the beat if the music sucks, right? Well, I'm happy to inform you that the music is bonkers. Before we get into that, you know what else is bonkers? Is how you haven't liked the video or subscribed to it. That would be awesome if you could do that. It would help out a small channel like mine a ton, and I would very much appreciate it. I do very quickly want to remind you that my 48-hour game-a-thon is only 2 weeks away on February 9th through 11th, noon to noon PST. Hope to see you there, and let's continue. Oddly enough, I won't spend too much time on the music, even though this is a rhythm game, because everything is just engaging to listen to. The stage music keeps my attention and lends itself to frequent head bopping. It seamlessly moves from stage traversal to choruses using the same track, so if you're dashing in time, chances are by the time you get into battle, your internal pulse is already attuned to it. Huge shoutouts to the composers of the OST, Shuichi Kobori, Reo Uratani, and Masatoshi Yanagi, to not only creating music that perfectly matches the gameplay, but also changing enough of the licensed track or streamer mode. Obviously, the original tracks are still better than the modified version, but the essence was still there. Speaking of licensed tracks, they are so good. Here's my initial reaction to the first licensed track. Mind you, I went into this game with no idea what music was in it. Nine Inch Nails. Hell yeah. Let's go. The song is fucking tight, dude. I'm counting down. This game's game of the year.
I like defense.
That's good.
The cat's like,
Taste.
That's good.
Inspection level 1 million.
Oh, a million. I was genuinely surprised and already claimed it to be Game of the Year based on the first stage and the first licensed track, which was Nine Inch Nails' A Million. The same thing happens later. Oh wait, no, this is Prodigy? Yes, it is oh my god. The Prodigy, the Scott Pilgrim song, oh my god. This game is the best. I know, right? Invaders Must Die, the Scott Pilgrim movie trailer song, Prodigy, that song fits perfectly. I got chills once I got into the groove state with it. Then, to close off the whole game with a banger, I won't spoil that until the achievement hunting portion, so as not to spoil anything for anyone. They also put a song that I never was aware of that I immediately gravitated toward, since it was presented in such a good moment of the game. The song I'm talking about is Whirring by the band The Joy Formidable. Man, when you get to the point in the game where this song kicks on, it just hits. I have a special note about this song later in my 100% pilgrimage section. I kind of touched on playability earlier, but I couldn't truly get into it without talking about the music first. So, is this game fun to play? Of course. Is it an enjoyable experience? Yes. Is it easy? Yeah. I mean, that's subjective. For me, yes, but also I have a degree in music. Do you need a degree in music to play this game? Hell no. If you can tap your foot to the beat, then you're already halfway there. Can you tap your foot to the beat and maybe hum the tune? If so, then you'll probably most likely be able to multitask well enough to combo and dig deep enough to reach what the developers are truly hoping you'd find. But like I said earlier, you can literally say fuck it and mash and still have a good time. So I guess yes, the game is quote unquote easy if you choose the easy or normal difficulty. The whole package makes this game a treat to play from beginning to end. The music, the combos, the art style, the humor, the non-boss rhythm parry attacks, boss battles, this game just oozes style, and you can tell that this game was truly a labor of love. So what about replayability? Well, if it wasn't replayable, then I probably would not have wanted to go on the pilgrimage in the first place. On paper, this game is extremely replayable. It has a ranking system not only for each stage, but for each course in each stage. It has a scoring system which challenges you to have some sort of plan if you wanted to reach the S rank and beyond in scoring. You do not have to play through the whole game to get certain collectibles that you may have missed on your initial run, as each level is its own self-contained experience. So that means you can go start on level 1 if you wanted to. Let's say you missed something on level 9, you can just go straight to level 9, and so on. Not only is there an S rank, but there's also an S crown rank for each level, which is obtained by getting all S ranks on all courses in a stage. As you're playing along, you'll see that you've cleared certain challenges that uncover more of the Wall of Fame. That infamous Wall of Fame, man. Anyway, you'll have to clear all challenges in order to fill up that Wall of Fame. Some challenges unlock some really awesome cosmetics for the characters, some are tickets to buy more collectibles like tracks to play in the home base, and gears to help you buy upgrades or other cosmetics. After you beat the game, you also unlock a mode called Rhythm Tower. Rhythm Tower is 60 floors of just choruses and boss battles, which progressively get harder and more or less is a chorus/boss rush of the game itself. So no story there, just straight up combat. The catch is you are timed, and staying in time gives you more time. You dig? Not only that, but a free update to the game added an arcade cabinet to your home base, which added 2 more challenge modes. One being called Power Up Tower Up, which is a roguelike experience where you start weak and choose your upgrades along the way as you climb the tower course battle after course battle. And the other is BPM Rush, which is a mode in which after you clear course, of which there are 6 total, the BPM, or beats per minute, goes up by around 10 or 15 beats until it maxes out at 200. So yes, this game basically unzips, whips it out, and says, yeah, I got your goddamn replayability right here. And guess what? I took it all in, but I do have one gripe about it, which I'll touch on very soon in my 100% pilgrimage section, which happens to be right after my final thoughts. Hi-Fi Rush was truly something special to me. There are a lot of gamers out there that are all doom and gloom and think that there are quote-unquote no good games out there, or some that are burnt out from remakes, remasters, and sequels. Hi-Fi Rush is original and just feels good. It's an upbeat, no pun intended, sort of game and executes its purpose phenomenally. I love basically everything about this game, and really the only con I can think of is that the platforming can be a little weird, and upon replaying, there are many times where there is unskippable dialogue. This is especially frustrating when you get stuck on a particular particular chorus that has dialogue right before it spawns enemies. I'm looking at you, the last electrical room in stage 8. I think this is the one that I got fucked up on a lot. Did I have to listen to this all the time? Yeah, I know I'm a pest that just won't go away. Fuck. Anyway, this game is a 9.5 out of 10. Thank you, Tango Gameworks, for such an awesome game. On the other side of the coin, fuck you, Tango Gameworks, for your achievements. With an intro like that, let's go ahead and start my 100% pilgrimage.
Somehow I felt the pain of your hunger. My will to resist was pulled out from under.
This goddamn achievement list, man. Okay, I know I sound defeated or like I'm experiencing PTSD or something, and maybe that's true just a little bit, but can I just say that having to replay the whole... Okay, well, kind of getting a little ahead of myself. Let's just get some structure in here. As I said in the beginning of the video, I'll go over the broad outline of achievements and go over my top 3 favorite achievement names, favorite achievements to earn, and again, what I feel like are the most difficult achievements to earn. To wrap it up, I will give a rating of 1 to 10 stars to the achievement list and the difficulty of those achievements, 1 being very easy and 10 being very difficult, as well as my recommendation on if you should make the pilgrimage yourself. Disclaimer, from here on out, this video will be covered in spoilers. So if you do not want to get spoiled on any major story beats, you can like and subscribe to the channel. Please leave a comment and you are dismissed. Thanks for watching up to this point. You're a fucking god. So let's start with the achievements themselves. If you are at all familiar with achievement lists, this is more or less what you'd expect with one that sounds extremely innocent, but it is extremely not. This game has a whopping 71 achievements. To put that into perspective, Elden Ring and Lies of P both have 42 and Armored Core 6 has 30. When casually playing this game, you can unlock around 25 to 35 achievements on your first playthrough. These are your usuals like beat this boss, get an S rank, land this many pairs, call on your assist to do X thing, beat the game, etc. There's also that next layer of achievements that require just a little bit more effort, like collect all items, buy all combos, use your partner's thing to do X thing X amount of times, that sort of stuff. So like, why? Why would I attempt to go on the 100% pilgrimage? Why would I sink time into a game that I've beaten when I have over 600 games in my backlog? Good question. Honestly, this game just kind of lived in my brain rent free for like 9 months. I played it about a month after it was released during my 48-hour game-a-thon and kind of just moved on from it. But every month or so, I'd get reminded of the game and it was always in passing. And I would just think, yeah, that game was a good ass time. Like when I would get shit on in Overwatch, which is often, I would think, why don't I just play a game that I'm gonna have fun in? And for a while, the game I was referencing was Hi-Fi Rush. Anyway, 9 months passed after my initial playthrough, and I finally birthed the strength to come back to the game to 100% it. Little did I know the endeavor I was about to take. Looking over the list, it looks easy enough. On an initial scan, I thought things like beat a level without getting hit and beat the game on the hardest difficulty were the achievements that would give me the most trouble. I thought to myself, well, at least when I beat it on the hardest difficulty, it'll stack with all the lower ones, so I'll endure it. Oh, fuck. I was so wrong. And not only was it so wrong, I was in another universe of wrong. As I was clearing levels on Rhythm Master, I got maybe halfway through, and every now and again, I would get a random in-game achievement, which would then expose a little bit more of that wall of fame. So I thought, cool, yeah, I bet one of the achievements is revealing this whole wall. Shouldn't be too bad. Sure enough, I looked at the achievement list, and it's called What a Journey It Was, worth 30 game score. Which, whatever, I don't really care about that. It had a description of complete the wall of fame in the hideout, which I unabashedly thought, yep, there it is. See, told ya. I'm so damn smart. Everyone else is so dumb, and I'm like the smartest person in the whole world. Wait, what? 0.04% unlock rate? 0.04%? 4 out of every 10,000 people who have played the game have unlocked this achievement? This has to be an Xbox thing. 0.5%? What the fuck? A total of 0.5% of people who have ever touched this game has gotten 100% in this? Why the shit is it so low? Okay, beat the game on easy, beat the game on normal, beat the game on... Wait. I unlocked that, so shouldn't normal and easy be unlocked too? Shouldn't they stack? Does beating Hi-Fi Rush on harder difficulty stack? Fuck. Yeah, I thought that was pretty lame. But beating the game 5 times doesn't seem too bad. But I noticed that the Rhythm Master achievement had a 0.09% unlock rate, which is double the Wall of Fame's 0.04. So there has to be something more. S rank all missions on easy, normal, hard, very hard, and Rhythm Master.
Wait.
At this point, I felt defeated even before my pilgrimage truly started, so I had a choice. Be like the other 99.46% of players and leave the game and be a total bitch. Or hard commit and be part of the elite 0.5% of gamers who decided to power on through. Seeing as I'm making this video, I decided to be the total badass that I am and make my mark in the game, and so began the true commitment to the pilgrimage. I knew what was ahead of me. By the way, when I was talking about replayability and them whipping it out and then me like, yeah, please more. This is the gripe that I had with it. My only issue with this achievement list is that it forces you to play the game with no alternate endings, no changes to the waves of enemies, no new enemies. It's just an easier or harder experience based on whatever difficulty you're playing on. It doesn't add to the story. It doesn't make you think. There's no debate as to what choices could have led to whatever happened. It's just, nope, play the game again, you achievement hunting bitch. And I did. And actually, oddly enough, at the end, I thought, what a journey it was. So clearly, that achievement of completing the Wall of Fame is the biggest mountain to climb. I actually did think about not completing the pilgrimage after finding out that I had to S-rank all stages on all difficulties. I had just come off spending 90 minutes in the final course of level 8 on Rhythm Master, which is honestly probably the hardest level in the whole game. As you saw, I had like 40 plus continues. How the hell was I going to S-rank that? Well, I'm not that proud of a person to not look up some tips. There's something called choir scumming, which if you're not familiar with save scumming, it's usually used to bring you to the point right before a pivotal decision that will unlock an achievement. So you don't have to play through everything again just to get there. So all you have to do is do the thing, make the decision, get the achievement, reload the save, then take the other route so that you can get the other achievement, and do that as many times as you need. In Hi-Fi Rush, choir scumming is similar in the sense that it brings you back to a point right before you lock yourself out of getting a good rank. As I stated earlier, you are graded on 3 different aspects of your course: score, rhythmic accuracy, or what they call just timing, and clear time. In order to get an S rank in a course, you must get an S. Or to put it another way, the minimum you are allowed is 1 A rank and 2 S ranks on any of those 3 categories. One is not weighted over another, so all you have to do is get S. The amount of courses in a stage range from 1 to 10. As long as you get an S rank in what I would say like 75% of courses, then you can usually feel confident you got an S rank on stage as a whole. After realizing this, I was actually kind of slightly relieved that the achievement wasn't for getting an S crown rank on every level, which implies an S rank on all courses. And I'm only slightly relieved because after becoming a choir scumming god, I don't think it would have taken that much more time. It's just that it would just be that much more annoying knowing I would have to do it. But I didn't, so I win. So yeah, back to choir scumming. If I ever saw a B on any of those 3 metrics, then I knew I didn't get the S, so I would restart that course. And in order to do this, you have to pause the game right before the final grade shows up, so then it does not save your progress. If you're curious, or if you're attempting the 100% pilgrimage yourself, then the fastest way to restart a course is to pause, turn streamer mode on or off, whichever one it wasn't, and that would restart you at the checkpoint right before the course. Once I found that out, that sped things up quite a bit. But on Rhythm Master, it is still quite difficult because you can't do this if you die. And in Rhythm Master, if your ongoing course grade drops below a C, then you instantly die. And once you die, you have to use a continue, which will then drop your grade by 1 full grade. So Rhythm Master truly makes you focus up quite a bit because it's basically a full stage restart if you die. Regardless, choir scumming saved me a lot of time, especially with Mimosa and the Kale boss fight. Speaking of Mimosa's first phase can really mess you up if you're not ready for it because it is the beginning of the level, so you start at grade C, so you better start shooting and better start attacking. Not only that, her final phase can basically ruin a run if she hits you with her AoE attack. She usually opens with this attack, so it's a bit predictable and avoidable. And for Kale, his second form can kind of be RNG on when he wants to attack you. So your ongoing course grade can drop below a C and you can die. Which, yeah, awesome, right? Speaking of awesome, 9 Inch Nails, the perfect drug, was an extremely welcome surprise to close the game out. That is probably one of my top 5 9 Inch Nail songs.
Is this a joke?
Oh, hell yeah. Now, more 9 Inch Nails? And I want you.
Get him, Ty!
And I want you. This game is so fucking cool. To play and attack to the beat of that song to finish out the whole experience was honestly the perfect finale for me. But I think you get it. As ranking this game was pretty difficult and I was severely demoralized when I realized clearing a higher difficulty did not stack through the lower ones. And that's why I started this section with a huge sigh, because it just brought me back to when I realized what I decided to commit to. But actually it was really cool. Knowing that I had to S-rank the stage made me focus up as a player and really focus in on the task at hand. By the end I was able to one and done the final course of stage 8, you know, the one I died 40 plus times to and spent 90 minutes on my first run in on Rhythm Master. Yeah, just clear that one go. Feels good, man. As I was completing each playthrough, another track from a band I've never listened to stuck out. I mentioned them earlier, but stage 11 features a song called Whirring by The Joy Formidable. I didn't pay much attention to it on my first playthrough, nor did I pay much attention to it on my second playthrough. But the third time through, during my first true S rank attempts and quad scumming and everything, that song actually just made me feel good. Give it a listen if you can. The singer mentioned that the song was born out of frustration, and it was a time where she felt like no one was listening or understanding how she felt, and that she felt quite lost because of that. So yeah, mark of a good song, I guess. Anyway, let's try and wrap this up. So to kind of give you a wider idea of what achievements stick out, let's go through my top 3s. Let's start with my top 3 favorite achievement names. At number 3, we have Kissing the Sky. Obviously, this is a reference to Jimi Hendrix and his song Purple Haze, which is a classic. Those opening dissonant chords just get you amped, man. Wait, whatever happened to that Mountain Dew amped energy drink? Whatever. Never mind. Anyway, this achievement is easy enough. All you have to do is perform 50 aerial raves. Second, we have actually 2 that inform each other, which is I have to read these things, which is to find and read half of the Vandalay vlogs scattered throughout the stages. And the second one being I have to read all of these things, which is finding all vlogs scattered throughout. I don't know, I just thought it was funny. And my favorite name is Beat Hit Mania, which is to land 500 beat hits. I just love the name of this because, as I stated earlier, I grew up having to go to arcades to play rhythm games like Dance Dance Revolution and Beat Mania. I wasn't nearly as good at Beat Mania as I was on DDR, but I will say I almost always picked 3-2-1 stars on Beat Mania. Now for my top 3 achievements I enjoyed earning. In third, I have Problem Solved. Wait, what? This was earned by clearing the initial reason why people would want to replay the game in the first place, which was to dig deeper into Spectra, as Spectra doors were now available to open. These Spectra rooms were essentially challenge rooms, and I like it because it was just another way to add a bit of a twist to the gameplay. Some examples of these rooms challenges are no jumping, clear the room within a given time frame, and take no damage, just to name a few. Second was you can pet the cat, which is a very simple one. You just have to play with 808 in the hideout. Not much to dig into there, I just like 808, and I may or may not have my own more beautiful black cat in real life. The achievement I enjoyed earning the most it was All for This. This is a DLC achievement in which you finally get your hands on that gift basket. This one was fun and difficult at the same time because it forced you to clear both the Power Up, Tower Up, and BPM Rush and all of their arcade challenges. This was like a mini Wall of Fame and a lot less demoralizing. To cap off this segment and the video, my top 3 most difficult achievements. For number 3, I have That Was Just Evil. The way you unlock this achievement is to clear BPM Rush on EX mode. It was relatively difficult to do, but I did find myself enjoying it quite a bit. Number 2, I have I'm Trying to Focus Here. This achievement requires you to find and shoot down every hovering announcement drone. The reason why this is hard is because these announcement drones do not show up as a collectible or side quest item on the stage screen. So you don't know if you've shot one in a certain level or if you skipped one and where. Luckily, since I knew it was a thing, I started to focus more on that on my 4th playthrough, and on my final run, the achievement popped. This was a huge weight that was lifted off my shoulders, knowing I didn't have to go hunt and shoot down every announcement drone that I saw. I think we all know what number 1 is, and of course it is What a Journey It Was. Complete the Wall of Fame in the hideout. I don't need to talk about that any more than I already did. It was just so deceptive in its description, and it gave no hint as to how difficult or time consuming or how many in-game achievements there were just hidden in the Wall of Fame. And it definitely was a journey. Thank you, Hi-Fi Rush, for this experience. I'm going to wrap this up and give everyone here some closure. I'm finally going to reveal my first ever 1 to 10 star rating for a game's achievement list, difficulty of those achievements, and whether or not I recommend you to take on the 100% pilgrimage yourself. So let's start with the achievement list itself. The way I'm going to rate this is purely based on how much I believe the achievement list deepens your connection with the game. And for that, I give this achievement list a 10 out of 10. If you complete Hi-Fi Rush's pilgrimage to 100%, you will also 100% know exactly how Hi-Fi Rush operates. You'd be able to look badass for some moments, and you'd even be able to traverse through the game with ease. You'll most definitely find yourself tapping to the beat as you are going through subsequent playthroughs, and you'll find yourself dashing in those brief downtimes in your courses or through unskippable dialogue just to keep yourself company. Now, we'll give a rating to the difficulty of the achievements. 1, again, being very easy, and 10 being very difficult. This is purely just because you can acquire scum. I give the difficulty of this achievement list a 5 out of 10. The only reason why I was bitching about the achievements was mainly because the difficulty didn't stack. Luckily, this game is a f***ing banger, so multiple playthroughs and S ranking lower difficulties weren't so bad after Rhythm Master. S ranking Rhythm Master was somewhat difficult, but honestly, it just required a little bit of a more clear game plan to achieve S ranks in certain courses. All in all, the pilgrimage took around 85 hours, and that's not very long. Once you understand how to combo and drive the score up, things get a lot simpler. So, do I recommend you go through the pilgrimage to the 100% pilgrimage promised land? Yeah, I would. This is a rare time where unlocking the achievements kind of force you to know how the game works and gives you the feeling where you are in complete control. You can feel like a total badass with the things that you're able to pull off, and you'll have a completely different approach to the game even after the second playthrough. There's so much freedom in the things that you can do in the courses. The DLC and secret rooms are a welcome challenge, and seeing the Wall of Fame complete really does give you a sense of accomplishment. So again, thank you Tango Gameworks for such a special game. Well, that's finally it. Thank you for spending this time with me. I know it's a long video, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you want to go the extra mile, please leave a comment to really help a small channel like mine grow. This is just the first in the 100% Pilgrimage series, and I plan to make this a staple of the channel. I currently already have Armored Core 6, Sea of Stars, Humanity, Liza P, and Spider-Man 2, of which I've made that 100% Pilgrimage. So let me know which one of those sound most interesting to you, and I'll see if I can get that one going ASAP. And don't forget that I have a 48-hour Game-a-Thon in a couple weeks here on February 9th through 11th, noon to noon PST, and it will be streamed live here on this YouTube channel, youtube.com/@LeoDonuts, and on Twitch at twitch.tv/LeoDonuts. I hope to see you there. Again, I very much appreciate your time here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.